This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by LRN.FM. Feds don't want you to hear them. All right, I'm standing here with State Rep Susan Emerson of Cheshire County area?
Cheshire County, District 11.
Here in New Hampshire, and I've known you off and on for, a few years.
12 years.
I'm glad you haven't forgotten me. I haven't forgotten you. We met a long time ago, and you've been a rep for a long time.
12 years.
Wow, that's a long time. But anyway, you've got a marijuana cookbook over here.
I would like to tell you that for the last 12 or 14 years, I got elected in 2000 as a state rep from Cheshire County, and I have voted against marijuana. Yesterday, I went to a marijuana place in Portland, Maine, and had a 3-hour tour of the place. I had no idea that marijuana was specifically grown for glaucoma, ADD, prostate cancer, lung cancer, different. It just absolutely blew me away. When the people came, now HIPAA laws make regular patients stand back while the other patient is at the counter. So I got permission to talk to every single patient that was in line. And these people told me how their life had been improved drastically. You're allowed the doctor sets how many marijuana, if you cannot smoke it, and there's no tar, they said, that gets in your lungs. They have drops that you put under your tongue. If you are going to cook with it, they have packaged cake and brownie mixes with the marijuana already in it.
So what you're saying is you're comfortable with medical marijuana now,
right?
And you weren't before.
I was not, because.
But has this changed your thinking?
Well, the caregivers in the last bill in New Hampshire, the caregiver could have 56 plants. Well, I was not comfortable with that. Here in Maine, the caregivers can have 6 plants.
So you're still against just general marijuana decrim?
Right, but the way it helped these patients, it was unbelievable.
One concern that I have, though, is if it's not decriminalized, then that means that people.
Well, that's the federal government.
Well, it's
issue.
It's still criminal at the state level too, and if that remains that way, then people are going to be reluctant to turn themselves into this registered program, right? Because they're giving a government a database of all the medical marijuana users.
But in Maine, the legislation is written that they cannot be prosecuted.
Well, I've seen all kinds of bad things happen to people who can't be prosecuted.
Well, that's just what I was told.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But I bought 2 cookbooks, and a young man that was a patient had to sign because they wouldn't even sell me a cookbook.
I see.
And
they're not careful.
So I brought this back because we're going to hear the marijuana bill next week.
All right.
And I brought these back, and they're very interesting.
Well, thanks for kind of looking, firsthand at what's going on and for keeping an open mind.
I will change my vote. I will vote for the marijuana bill this year. It is so well regulated. Each license that they get from the state is $15,000, and this clinic where we were yesterday had 4 licenses.
Yeah.
And I talked to a man with glaucoma, and he said that I don't have it. I don't know much about it, but he said the eye pressure just was excruciating, and by smoking marijuana, he has no more pain.
Yeah, it has an effect on vessels.
So, and then I talked to several cancer patients, and it eliminated their vomiting and their nausea. And so I thought, if it does that much good, we really need to look at this again. So I'm very much in favor of it now.
All right. Well,
okay.
Susan, I appreciate your time.
Thanks.
You take care out there.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
No, can't do that.
Federal agents on the streets of Keene, New Hampshire. They're investigating reports of an unlicensed radio station said to be broadcasting LRN.FM. So why all the fuss? What is LRN.FM? Well, it's probably not something these agents want you to listen to. It's a 24-hour news talk broadcast all pro-liberty. A true authoritarian free zone. Tune in at lrn.fm to listen or broadcast their signal. lrn.fm. Feds don't want you to hear them.